Warning, the following show features stunts performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, the reality guys and producers must insist that none of these opinions be taken as facts. Now, please enjoy the show.
Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
As you can see here in the title, we're doing another one of our retro reviews. We are back again for Juan Pablo. This is season 18, episode 6 of The Bachelor. Again, this is back, what was this, Brian, 2014, correct?
Yeah,
2014. So somehow we missed this, Brian. Somehow in 2014, not only did The Bachelor have a huge budget, like way bigger than it has now, it somehow had a budget to be able to go to Middle Earth.
They're probably in the deleted scenes of those movies.
It's in the appendices of The Bachelor. You know, I mean, because man, this may have been one of the very first times ever at a Bachelor date where I was like, damn, that's cool. Like, it's actually kind of a cool date. I would want to go on that. But
yeah,
we won't get.
The girls were in there too. There's a couple that were.
Yeah, it's cool, dude. There's no way. I mean, a couple of them are like teachers and stuff. They kids and all, and that was back. I mean, 2014. I mean, I know those were 2001, 2, and 3, but again, that was way more relevant then, at least as far as top of mind. Anybody who was dating those people, a lot of those women are in their early 20s, so they 10 years earlier were teenagers during Lord of the Rings. It's something they would have. They're basically like our age. I mean, we've kind of like established.
When I was in school, I had to read The Hobbit. I'm sure. Did you have to do that ever? Like,
yeah, I read The Hobbit.
I had to read those books. So, like,
I think in middle school even.
Yeah.
So anyway, we are kind of joking, but they did go to New Zealand, and that's where they filmed Lord of the Rings, and they still have the sets and everything there. So the group date was at the Shire, and we will touch on the Shire. We do want to start though with one of our favorites, Andy. We've been a big fan of Andy from the beginning, even from episode 1. Brian and I, especially, we've just been like big Andy fans. Andy finally got a one-on-one date, something she's been asking for, but unfortunately, how The Bachelor usually is very cruel in your fate. You don't always want to get what you wish for. And man, this was like, to me, a nightmare fuel one-on-one date.
Terrible. Like, they make them do all this. So I guess they don't make them, but they put on this makeup, and it's like, hey, by the way, we're gonna jump into a swamp.
First, we're gonna go out in the motorboat deep into the swamp. Then to get to the date, they make you literally crawl through like you're in like that movie with the guy who gets his arm chopped off from getting stuck in the rocks. Yeah,
like is it called The Descent or something like that? Or
I don't care. It's called A Bad Idea.
Squeezing through little crevices is a nightmare I have maybe once every 3 months.
How about, dude? You know what, Bri? I think that's a new rule. There are cardinal rules of the Bachelor franchise, one of them being that no motorsports or motorized vehicles. They obviously destroyed that rule by doing a freaking fly boat, motorboat, whatever the hell you want to call it. I think crawling into small spaces should be a Bachelor rule.
I agree. I think it should be like no nightmare fuel dates.
Yeah, we can work on the wording on it too, but I just like the idea of the no crevices. How about we just go no crevices?
Yeah, right.
No crevices. Okay, so that's a new cardinal rule of The Bachelor. No crevices. So we have no motorized sports or motorized vehicles, no canceling the cocktail party, and crevices. Oh, and no food-based dates. No food-based spa or like any date, like any kind of food-based date. We'll get the wording on that, but we're basically talking about that Matt James season where they literally were like going in the farm and Amish farm and rubbing oatmeal over each other. Like, we're done with that.
Yeah.
No. But Andy does get get a rose out of it. She does kind of strengthen it. And Bri, what does Juan Pablo start doing again?
He's doing a little smooching.
Guess the heat from Claire last week, and there's a lot more heat with Claire this week that we'll get to, but it looks like Juan Pablo is not really worried about his daughter watching anymore.
It must have been a rule only in Asia.
Yeah, it does no rules. What happens in Middle Earth stays in Middle Earth.
Right.
Ooh, that's a good title right there. Okay, so we're going to move on to another horrible date. It would be fun if you were going with your friends, but not to try to talk to someone you're trying to date. It was the giant hamster ball down the hill. Part of the group date. I just wrote concussion in a ball.
Yeah, just and this is kind of something we touched on last episode. It's like the dates where you're secluded from the guy or girl is like, what are you gaining there?
You're gaining nothing. It's just for
Especially
the
like
TV
on
show.
you're just like falling, like you're screaming, like you're not even talking in when you're alone in the with him.
Yeah, even Kat's like, whoa, I got a kiss with him in the ball. It's like, all right, cool, whatever.
Yeah, like I
right.
would not want to. You could bite each other's tongue off in that thing. Like, why would you? Stuff that seems safe.
We forgot to both of us wrote down the line, but we don't know who said it. But it was saying that I don't understand why he's switching from Uggo to Uggo.
Yeah.
The night evening portion of the date we've heavily teased. They go to the set of Lord of the Rings Shire. They get to go around and check out all the things like at Hobbiton. They get to go to the Green Dragon Tavern where you can go and visit something that's on my bucket list to do at some point. You can drink in the Green Dragon. Really, really cool. Just a really, again, it's just the budget and like the things they get to do is like really cool. I could see how like I would be wondering why women would be even more upset in past seasons or men in the Bachelorette if they get to do all these cool things. At least if you like get broken up with, you get to do all these cool things, opposed to being stuck in like a mansion like the quarantine seasons.
Right. That sounds like hell.
Oh my God, horrible. So I said they're in the Shire. Charlene finds the one rose to rule them all in the Shire. So good job on our girl Charlene, still our favorite. But she, at the end of the episode again, she kind of just starts teetering. There's a lot of foreshadowing going on with Charlene. And we did have a comment very early on in this season saying like something like look out for Charlene or like, oh my God, Charlene. Like, so like we knew there's some kind of moment coming and we're just waiting. We're not looking forward to it, but we're thinking Charlene might have a dramatic exit.
She could be our only hope, our Obi-Wan of the season.
She may like do a Serena P and like leave, just be like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah, and I would respect that.
So we'll see. Cassandra, he dumps Cassandra on the group date. You're out of here after they had a nice conversation. But unfortunately for Cassandra, it was her birthday, and I don't think Juan Pablo ever was informed of that. It was the worst birthday party in the Shire since Bilbo Baggins' birthday party.
Yeah.
He definitely did not like her half as well as he would like to, so it's, poor Cassandra. Cassandra is also like 21. She was super young, so she'll be fine.
Yeah. I don't know. Why are you on the show? Like, you're telling me you can't find somebody like you're
also, how is she a former Spurs dancer? How is she already done by 21?
She might have. Yeah. Maybe that was maybe when she had her kid, she just stopped.
That's a very fair point. Then we're going to go with the other one-on-one. Claire gets another one-on-one. She's the first person to get the second one-on-one, but hey, they're going to go in the rotation. It happens. There's a hard conversation, basically hard to watch because I kind of thought at this when I watched the episode earlier and we did episode 5 and I was like, man, it kind of seems like he's going to gaslight her from the previews and seems like he's going to blame her for what they did. I still think they had sex. We don't know again because we can't Google it to find out. We will find out.
Sexgate.
It's like we're playing Guess Who right now. We're like it's Clue, right. But I'm sticking with it. But again, he's getting that creep mode again, man. He's really kind of blaming her and saying that he regrets it, and it's I should have said no, and then it's like, oh come on, dude.
We just don't know what happened in those waters.
What happened in the sea?
He did it in the ocean with his penis.
Was it just other stuff?
In Vietnam.
Was it above the bathing suit?
Right.
We'll find out. The following women received roses and will continue to, I guess, I don't know, go to Narnia next or wherever the hell else they can afford.
Go to the moon.
I really don't know. Let us know in the comments. Andy, Charlene, and Claire were safe from the group and one-on-one dates. The following women received roses at the ceremony: Nikki, Renee, and Chelsea, which means bye to Kat.
I'm surprised by that. I thought Chelsea. I don't know what he sees in Chelsea, but I'm not Juan Pablo.
You are not Juan Pablo. Thank God for that, brother. So we are still waiting, guys. We're waiting for the blow up. Everyone said the worst season ever. I'm enjoying it more better than Clayton's season. So we're waiting. We are still enjoying it.
When we start watching these, can we have like a a show power ranking we update as we watch. Like,
Oh, I
this is what
100%
we
love that.
We need to do that. Like constantly updating it as we watch other seasons. Like, where are we going to put this season? So the ones that we've seen as a whole, like together.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think we do them from the individual shows and overall like power rankings, like Reality Guys seasons. Like you can mix Survivor, Temptation Island, FWA Island. That'll be fun. We should start working on that. We'll do that in special. We'll talk about that off recording.
I have another idea. Maybe next year, this is like this fourth wall, March Madness.
Madness.
Yeah.
March Madness of something reality TV related. We could do multiple. Yeah, we got some ideas flowing here, right here. This is like you guys get to see the brain factory going right here on the recording. We will be back. This is a very busy week for the Reality Guys. So like we will have, if you've already saw episode 5 of Juan Pablo's season this week. You're now obviously just watched episode 6. You will see the Amazing Race episode 1 review you have already had on the channel. You probably already have also had Survivor and Temptation Island before seeing this. So it's been a crazy week. You will definitely get a couple more episodes of Juan Pablo's season, a few more Amazing Race episodes, and also we'll have the Ultimatum from Netflix. We don't know if you guys are going to be getting episode by episode reviews or just a total week 1 review, but you will find out from a future version of ourselves who have already recorded it, and we'll let you know. So for myself, Brian, future myself, future Brian, thank you. Peace.